graduates, by the way. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Go ASU. Go Devils.
ASU.
So
Homecoming is
ASU
this
fans out
Saturday.
there, hey y'all! Shout out to all the ASU fans. Kelly, you're an ASU graduate. You have done extensive work in exercise science and health and wellness. We met quite some time ago when I was like 5 years old, in around 89, and we met at ASU. And tell us about what you were doing there at ASU.
Okay, awesome. I started work at ASU back in 1989 when the Student Fitness Center was being built. So it was a brand new facility on ASU's campus, and it was the birth of the facility. So it was brand new, and ASU students could come and work out of the Student Fitness Center, and our building offered group fitness programs, personal training, intramurals, aquatics, wellness, anything you'd want in your little old gym right on campus. And because it was so new, I was hired on to be the fitness and wellness director in that facility. And at the time, I was hiring all student employees to help me run my programs, and there's where Tricia and I met. That's when you came along.
Right, and I was always a very active child. My parents couldn't put me in enough activities because I was a little bit energetic, which I still am today, as most people know. And so I had a background in everything: track and field, ballet, jazz, tap, all this kind of stuff. My mom used to teach jazzercise, and so when I got to college and my dad said no sports, I said, well, what am I going to do with myself? Because I really missed competition, I missed fitness. I just knew I had to do something. So I decided that since this beautiful student recreation center was being built, that I would inquire and see if I could get a job there. And that's how I met Kelly, and I decided I would become a group fitness instructor. So we met there.
Those were some really amazing times, and at the time the group fitness program only had high-low aerobics, low-impact aerobics, and at the time Trish started, that was kind of not her thing. And I remember, I want to teach some sculpting classes, so immediately she picked up some weights, and that really became a niche for you. You really took off with the sculpting programs, and a lot of followers. A lot of people were attending your fitness classes, I remember. And I think that's still the same thing today. You are quite the buffed girl.
Well, I don't know. I had a knack, I guess, for doing some sculpting and toning classes, but I used to like to sort of integrate the cardio and the lifting, and the cardio and the lifting. And now everybody and their mama's doing my systems. I just want you to know, and they're making a lot of money doing it. But back in the day, I started it. Proof that I started it. She says so. So anyways, yeah, that's how we met. And over the years, you directed the program for 18 years. And for the past 10 years, you've been working part-time.
Correct.
You have 2 boys. I had 4 since I last saw her. People, 4. And we were a little bit busy. And so you work as a personal trainer at Body Firm, which is owned by Doug and Tori Thompson. You also are a certified yoga instructor. You have your RYT 500 certification, which is 500 hours of yoga training. Now, this is something very important when you're out there looking for a yoga program. You definitely want to find instructors that are certified and have some of these higher certifications. There's certifications and then there's certifications. So speaking of which, you used to work for the American Council on Exercise. And back in the day, the American Council on Exercise used to be the #1 certifying organization for all of us instructors. So how many years did you work with them?
I worked as an adjunct faculty member for the American Council on Exercise for about 5 years. And during that time period, there was a lot of people going through their certification program, taking the exam, personal training exam, to become a certified personal trainer. But once they would take the exam, they weren't quite ready to go personal train out in the field.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, it was like they knew what to do on paper, but actually taking a person and physically working with them in the gym was not happening. So
Right.
I came on board when the American Council on Exercise started their program to teach how to do applied training on the floor.
Yeah, because it's one thing to be book smart or to get your education, you know, and then it's another thing to actually be one-on-one with people and go out into the field and actually put it to use,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
So tell us about what you do now at Body Firm as a personal trainer. So, you know, you've gone over, you know, you've gone through all this process as a director, and then you work for the American Council on Exercise. Then, you know, you've been kind of chilling out, having your boys, and now you're back to personal training.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it yourself.
Yes, I am. The Body Firm is a personal training studio right in Ahwatukee, and I'm honored to be there because I think it's one of the best personal training studios in the area. It's a semi-private and private personal training studio, meaning you can get one-on-one training, or you can come in and during the same session for 45 minutes. There might be a couple other people in the gym at the same time you're with your trainer. Now, the only thing is the individuals, instead of group classes from a trainer, you always have your own personal training program.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
so
it's
I
really
might have
customized.
you, I might have Erica, I might have 2 or 3 other people at the same time, but you have your own personal training program, your own program, and it's specific and specialized.
Okay. Awesome. That's awesome because I still think that there's a need for that. Even though everyone has a lot of resources, you can go on the internet, and I see everyone on their phone and they're trying to do everybody's program, but sometimes that's not really the most safe thing to do. And if you do have a little bit of one-on-one attention, I think it's really important, can be really helpful to a person. So I'm glad that you're still doing that one-on-one stuff. And tell us about what you do at the Hot Yoga. So you teach Hot Yoga at Intervision, which is in Chandler,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Well, they have 3 studios. Intervision Yoga has one in Chandler, one in Tempe, and they're opening up a new studio in Ahwatukee. And I'll be teaching at the studio in Ahwatukee, and that is slated to open in November or early December.
we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Awesome. You guys
Okay.
look awesome.
You guys look great. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So we'll know this means wrap it up. So we take a break, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
This
go-
right
I
here,
completely
Chili's
lost my
go.
train of
no,
thought.
this means go to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What you need to do is go.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
What happened?
It's good.
No, you were
Oh.
good.
We're just
You
taking
was
a
fine.
quick break.
We just needed a break. So
Oh.
we needed a signal to know that, okay.
Yeah, and taking advantage of the break, the conversation is good. So I'm gonna set up a second camera.
Okay.
But it's great. Sorry.
Okay.
Interrupt you. We didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Because
I'm
we're
looking
like
at
in
you
the
and
middle
I
of
can see her. I'm like,
I know,
I don't even
sorry.
know what to say at the moment. I lost
We're
my
in the
train
middle of
thought.
our flow, I want you to know.
Yeah, we did. So you gotta figure out a way too that even if you are in the middle of the flow,
No,
you
yeah,
gotta to
no.
pull it together. So this is what the
Yeah, yeah,
signal will be.
just
All right,
say-
cool. I'm gonna need credits. I'm directing.
Yeah.
I got like 4 careers today.
That's okay because we're used to wearing many hats.
Gotta wear many hats. Got to.
Sweaty armpits.
We got
You're doing really well.
Yeah.
Considering you were nervous.
And
about
Erica's doing great,
Yeah,
just
you know-
sitting there smiling. She looks
I
like
love the fact that she's in like
She's
little
all like-
legs like that. I think that's
Oh,
so dope.
it's
She's
only
such a
comfortable